Hey Brickmaniacs, welcome back to a special edition of the Designer Studio episode. The reason this is a special edition is because on May 5th, 2023, our friends at United 24 turned 1 year old,
Right.
which is the charity that we've been working with in conjunction with Wingmen for Ukraine and several others going along with our Ukraine benefit items. Both of these kits that we have right here, we've got the Leopard and the Pion, both of them are included in that and both of them benefited United 24. So happy birthday, United 24.
And we'll have an updated total.
Yes.
We're doing it monthly now, doing monthly totals. So we'll have a total for April added, updated, so we can release that.
Sweet.
So we'll put the number here on the video if we can get it. If we can't get it, you're just gonna have to wait a couple days.
That's all right. We'll make sure to make it public when we do hit. We do a lot of stuff on Twitter, especially with United 24. So
Yeah.
It's been a really cool process, and we've obviously been doing Weekend to Help, and it's all thanks to you guys who have been continuing to buy into this project and join in this collection. I will say too, so coming up here in the summer of 2023, we're kind of getting ready to lean into phase 2 of the Ukraine benefit items, which means that pretty much everything in phase 1 is going to be discontinued. So if you're watching this and maybe sitting on a couple of items on the site or want to complete that collection based on what's left there, get on over there and pick those up now because once they're gone, they're pretty much gone for good at this point.
I think we're
as we start to roll out the new stuff.
Final batches of everything,
Exactly.
including the Ghost. So there's like only a handful of the Ghost. Make sure you pick up your aircraft stand though.
Yes,
Because you'll want that. The last batch did not come with an aircraft stand. And I'm looking at the one down at the designer studio going, I wish this came with an aircraft stand. So I'm gonna have to get myself an aircraft stand for that.
You'll want to complete the collection for sure.
Yeah.
So that's the little anecdote that makes this kind of a special edition episode. Which one do you want to start with?
I think the Leopard came out first. We can start with that one.
Yeah, let's roll with this.
The
This
Leopard.
one was an exciting one to see come out, not only because it had been a while, but because this was the A6 model, which was a little bit more in production than the A7 previously.
Yep.
And don't worry, we did include both the German and Ukrainian markings so that you were able to customize yours. And if you got in on that drop day weekend, you were able to get some free German tankers along with yours as well. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think the German tankers are long gone now. So
Oh, yes.
you cannot get them anymore. There will be other German tankers in the future, but not those.
Not those, right, exactly. So this one was pretty much a fresh rebuild for you, right?
Yeah, totally from ground up. There's nothing in common with our previous Leopard kit.
Yeah.
The last one was a 2A7. It's been a while. It's been a minute. I was in our Southern Design Studio when this project was launched, so I had no reference, so I had to start from scratch. And I did one thing I did do is make the hull, give it full suspension. It sits kind of low because the tank ended up being a little bit heavier than I anticipated. But it is the fully articulated suspension.
Yeah, I got that wobble.
Yeah, definitely. You can push it down front or back, but it will bounce back.
And if we didn't have a tablecloth, we could show you the rolling, but it bunches up.
yeah. This is not the right surface to be doing that. There's kind of a cool feature that does have an asymmetric turret, which is I didn't even notice. I knew the Abrams had a slightly asymmetric, but this one is actually much
legitimately
more
off center. Yeah,
the gun barrel sits still right down the center of the vehicle, but the whole turret is off center. It's crazy. So that was something I learned. I never built our previous Leopard model, and so like I said, I had to start from scratch, getting fresh blueprints, reading up, doing a lot of research.
So did you look at the blueprints and go, wait a second, this is not symmetrical?
Yeah,
what am I doing?
I was like, there's something wrong with this. I had to go find another set of blueprints and another. Then it's definitely the way the turret is built, is designed. It's slightly off center.
Weird.
But like I said, the gun is centered. It is completely brick built. There's no the only brick arms on here are the MG. Is it MG42?
Yeah, but it's the MG3, right?
Right.
Exactly.
So the updated modern version. You do get 2 Ukrainian tankers. And they have a few printed ports that we had done on this thing.
These vents on the back here.
Yeah,
as well.
there's really cool vents on the back. Slam did this. And
The color matching is incredible.
The vents actually match the camouflage pattern. Which is cool. It was fun to do that. It was a little frustrating doing the instructions because I had to really in my brain figure out how to get.
How do you put these on the right way?
Rotate them. Sure. Yeah. And of course you get the national insignias on the side. German insignia are also included.
Yep.
So this is a nice vehicle. We still have some copies left. This is Leopard 2A6 because that's the predominant model that was gifted to. Well, I don't even think they were gifted. They're sold.
Provided, however it works.
Sold or leased or whatever the proper term is from various NATO countries, Canada and all over Europe. Predominantly this model,
and also predominantly that camo,
right? And some older models as well. So that this is it. There's no the 2A7 is pretty much just reserved. I think the only people that have them right now are the German.
Yeah.
A few in the German army and a few in Denmark. I think other than that, it's still just too new. It's still just coming out of the production line. So this is your, for the most part, the standard modern
What you'd see.
Leopard. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Very, very cool.
fun little model. But, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much through its paces. We got a couple of tankers sitting in the top of the.
Yeah.
Sitting in the top of.
Yeah,
the,
I mean, all you basically do is your barrel will depress and elevate. Hatches open and close. There's not much more to it. There's no interior in the hull because that suspension, it's torsion bar suspension, just like the real thing. It takes up all the space inside the.
Right. Well, and it makes the chassis super solid too. I mean, you
right.
feel it when you build it. It's like the bottom is just an absolute brick.
Yeah,
so the
it's
whole
rock
thing
solid.
is the whole thing is awesome. So, and I like these minifigures too. I don't think I got a hex stand with me, but I'll use one of these just real quick, just so we can show off. I think that's a new
How could we
custom
not
printed
have a
out.
stand?
Oh, I got them over there, but we can use that for now as a stand-in. I think that's a new custom element there with the beret and the headphones over the top of it.
We made it
which
just
is
for this
pretty
kit.
cool. Yeah,
it was made. I think the German tankers may have come with it too. I don't remember.
Okay.
They might have had the modern vehicle helmet.
yeah.
But it's
so
definitely that was a new unique element just for this kit.
a couple of minifigures to join in the fun there, and obviously a pretty sweet kit. So, like
And-
I said,
As Dylan pointed out, final batch is right now. So if you want one of these, you got to get on it now because once they're gone for good.
Yep. That is how a lot of the stuff is going to be going here from here on out. You're just going to see stuff come. It'll be available when it's available, and then once it's gone, we are moving on. That's just how it's going to be, because that's our production cycle.
Right.
So this bad boy, look at the size comparison between the two of these. First of all, I mean, like just the absolute length of this. Was it 2S7?
Yes.
2S7. Yeah.
Pion or Pion.
Pion. Yeah. However it's
Pion
officially
would be
pronounced.
the Russian word or the Ukrainian word. These are vehicles that were designed during the Soviet time, so I'm not sure what you would if
the official
Ukrainian name or
pronunciation
the Soviet name. So
did you ever think that you'd be able to build and mass produce something like this in dark green? Because obviously you've got kind of an older collection of bricks, so you've got some
Right.
stuff that's like out of production.
I was confident we'd be able to do this. We've
Okay.
done dark green. I've done a couple of dark green vehicles in the past, and obviously the Leopard is dark green. But I think we pretty much killed our production department. Our buyer is like he hates me. So we have a guy whose sole job is to buy all the parts for our kits, and he was just having a nightmare over this.
It's like, what are you doing to
All
me?
the 2x2 green tiles, I think. And we're doing all these camouflages all at the same time. So we're like, if the prices are going up on Bricklink, I think I know who to blame.
Yeah, no kidding, especially when it comes to specific colors. So obviously, yeah, you're showing off some stuff here. It's got the rotating play feature.
Yep.
That in the back, but it's the shovel or
Oh,
the
yeah.
loader that was really crazy.
Well, you have this whole this is the spade blade in the back here, and when you lower the spade blade, it actually lowers those rear.
Sure.
The whole bogey in the back goes down. So, and that's the way the real vehicle works. So lower that down. You dig yourself in an emplacement because this gun is so big. It's like a 203 millimeter cannon, it's like 7 inches or something. It's ridiculous. And this thing can fire like 29 miles, something like that. It's like a battleship gun.
Yep.
In range anyway. So it's massive. This whole apparatus back here is in real life, it's a hoist. You put the shell in it, and it will actually lift it up. It has a rammer built in it. It will actually automatically load the gun. We just have it posable. You can play with it. You can pose a shell in there if you want, and put it through its paces. But that was a lot of fun to make. It does fold down. You have this travel. I guess it's a travel lock.
Yeah, sure.
Better term.
Keep it from warping.
Here, get that gun back up. It's heavy. It's a heavy gun. So that does fold down. You do have hatches in here that you could, the crew.
Oh, sure, those too.
I never knew this. And it was kind of funny. I finally found some good videos of this thing setting up. The thing would stop, and the crew would come swarming out of these 2 hatches in the back. You have your drivers up here in the front. I did not detail the inside of this. I don't think you're going to be able to actually fit guys in here.
Yeah, they
because
kind of
there's
poke out the top.
There's not enough. You could stick a guy in there and have him riding on top. There's not many printed parts. I figured the green is rare enough that I didn't want to add too much printing to it because it's just
Cost would jump up.
It's a benefit, and we want to sell these things. We want people to buy them and make it affordable, so we can actually make that donation component.
Well, and where this actually came from, if you guys are familiar with the NAFO fellows and just kind of the memes that have come around in general since the start of this conflict, is the Super Bonker 9000. So we actually included a sticker pack to be able to create the real Super Bonker 9000, which if you Google, you'll be able to find images of. They're all over the place. But NAFO basically donated enough money to have one of these bad boys painted up with a whole bunch of their memes.
Well, they're giant stickers.
Exactly.
They printed big vinyl stickers, and they actually
put them all over the
place.
place.
It's the same material we use to make our stickers. It's hilarious. We use high quality. It's basically car detailing vinyl, and that's what they use to make these giant. When you see car wrapped cars and stuff, it's the same thing we use to make our stickers.
Yeah.
So now you know the secret.
So if you check out the renders, you'll be able to see kind of what it looks like when it's all dolled up, so to speak, with its meme potential. But we did include that so that you were able to kind of customize it on your own. If we had gone full printing on that, that would have been quite the undertaking, and also, like Dan said, added significant cost to it. Right. And there's a potential that people don't want to make that one specifically; they want to do a different version or whatever. Right. And so you've got that option then with the sticker pack. But if I had one, I'd definitely sticker it up for the Bonker 9000.
They never got the stickers at the GHQ, so we were like, "What? You didn't get the stickers?" So we had to go track.
We're giving this to them right afterwards and being like, "Make it look like the picture."
Yeah. So we had a lot of fun. I should also say we were contacted by our Ukrainian artillerymen, or at least people that were in contact. It might not have been the same unit, but they did say, "Hey, can you make a Pion for us?" And so it was kind of like two converging forces. We had the Pion. They actually found a 3D model of it. So we printed out a 3D laser, or we 3D printed a model of it, which weighs like 5 pounds of resin.
It's super heavy.
Yeah, it's like a gigantic paperweight. And then you put the two side by side. It's hilarious because the Lego one is like an almost 1-for-1 match to the.
Yeah, the scale is just about perfect, which works with these bigger vehicles like that because you can really match them.
And this is a modified T80 hull. It does.
Right, that's what you're saying in the sit
And it
rep.
does have the same suspension. It does have a bouncy suspension as the Bunny does. It's the same. It's the same thing. It's just bigger.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to even see what would be left of the T80 chassis in that sense, just because like this hanging over the edge and everything. I mean, when you say heavily modified, like heavily modified.
It's the same wheels, but I think they add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, the actual tank I think has 6.
Sure. Okay.
So they added an extra wheel, but that's common when they do these artillery pieces. They'll take an existing vehicle. The MLRS.
Yeah, right.
Is a Bradley. Did you know that? It's basically a stretched out Bradley, and that's just the same. The M113 has been turned into a million other vehicles as well. So your M113, your Bradley, those are other vehicles. There's a whole bunch of vehicles based on the Leopard 2 chassis, the Leopard 1 chassis, like the Gepard. So it's really common practice, and the Soviets were not like alone in doing this.
No, yeah, absolutely, because I mean it keeps your production able to continually modify and use your already existing assets, which just makes sense.
I did like the fact that I was able to make that traverse the way it did. So lots of fun. Your operator here. This is a Ukrainian artillery person that we did specifically for this vehicle too. I think we had an artilleryman that came.
The M777.
Yeah,
right?
the M777, and that figure came separately in a number of ways you could buy it individually. The M777, and we didn't want to have the same guy repeated in every artillery piece, so we did make a new artillery guys specifically.
Everybody likes figures that look different, right?
Right. You want to populate your dioramas and your vehicles and make a small horde, or
Well, and as you can see from the action shot, we actually had ours populated with fellas. They were operating it for that, which I think was totally awesome.
Which we need more fellas because they're all just. We can't have everybody wearing the same.
Exactly.
The same
we'll have to. Well, who knows? Maybe phase 2 means fella V2. We'll have to see what.
Well, I
think
there's a lot of judging from the buzz, that we're trying to navigate. We have a bunch of ideas, and I think the fellows are up there. There's going to be other figures coming. There's a lot of stuff coming, and if you have a chance, if you see these things are still on the website. Now's the time to get them because once they're gone, I think this has fewer left. I'm not actually,
But both are done is the point.
Yeah.
There's no more production runs.
When they're gone, they're gone. I mean, the stores might have them a little bit longer after the web store.
Yep, and then maybe you might be able to pick one up on auction or something, but other than that, this is going to be your chance to get them. So, and obviously,
it's a good cause.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, and obviously they both serve their purpose in helping raise funds for United 24, which is why we're doing this special double down episode after our Anzac one last week, which is always cool to see. So, anything else you want to look at on either one of these?
No, I think I've shown off all the details. I mean, there's some surprises. You get them in your hand, and we didn't put any real Easter eggs in these.
Sure.
These are all business. Sometimes we hide little things in there, and it's fun to show off. But these are all business. They do cool, fun things. I just think they're great models. They're great standalone models. And, you know, these are going to go down in the history of cool models of Brickmania long after they're available.
Yeah, absolutely.
After they've come and gone.
Great scale, solid builds, everything you'd want to expect from a pair of tracked vehicles from Brickmania here. So, and like we said, obviously helps a good cause. So, happy birthday once again to United 24. We're excited to continue that partnership and keep moving forward. Thank you guys for your continued support. Those watching this video as well, we can't do it without you. So we appreciate you putting your money in invest in this kind of stuff and helping us continue this endeavor moving forward. So, and as always, thank you very much for watching.